Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So, we got some more EZA unit details. This is a Super EZA for STR Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. So they posted him on JP. Unfortunately, the Global Dokkan Twitter did not post him. So I don't know why the Global Dokkan Twitter is never posting these things. Amatsu said that details will be posted on social media. He was referring to the INT Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, right? So I'm not sure. I don't know. We'll see. I can't imagine that we're going to be getting EZA characters like, you know, into October and November and stuff like that, and they're not going to be posting it on global Twitter. I mean, they never post global details, like EZA details, but still, man, come on. So, yeah, we're going to have to use translations from the homie Minato. So, let's just go ahead and jump in. We'll talk about Legendary Super Saiyan Broly's translations here. And then after that, we could go ahead and jump in and talk about, Part 3 continues. This stuff is dropping, well, I mean, Broly is in 20, I imagine he's in either 24 hours or 22 hours. One of the two. We'll find out at the data download, which is going to happen in 12 plus 6, 18 hours or so. We'll find out. But, I mean, this guy is probably just 24 hours away from being released. I think that they would have posted this and, you know, the event teasers yesterday. But yesterday was a holiday in Japan, I believe, is the reason. So, all right. Shoutouts, of course, to Minagoto. And let's see what we got right here. We, of course, have his details and stuff. One of the biggest things I think I want to look at here, how is this Broly going to perform on uncontrollable power and movie bosses? I do not care if he has restrictions towards those two teams, because those are what we're running him on, right? Like, oftentimes, I think restrictions by many people tend to get a little bit overrated. I think unless it's a leader, once it's a leader character, that's where it feels a little shittier. Like this guy, right? Like if he had restrictions, which he doesn't, it would feel a little bit shittier. Like Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I hate what they did with him, needing a Buu Saga ally in rotation, something like that. But like for this, a Super EZA character, if they want to lock him to uncontrollable power, which is the best villain team in the game anyway, I don't think that's going to be a big deal. All right, so remember, the only thing that changes, by the way, is the passive for Super EZA. So his super attack effect is attack for 3 turns. Let me just quickly, I think it's 30% attack for 3 turns. Let me double check. All right, let's see. It's 50. He gets 50% attack for 3 turns. So we have to keep this in mind. Every time this guy is supering, he's getting 50% attack for 3 turns, which obviously is a big deal. So, okay, 2 key, 200% attack and defense start a turn, which is good. Let's take a look at those stats for this boy. Basically 20,000 HP, pretty much 20,000 attack, 12,000 defense. Looking good. Okay. So 2 key, 200% attack and defense. 150% attack and defense when attacking. 30% attack and defense up to 150%. And then damage reduction. 10% damage reduction up to 50% with each super attack performed. We're looking good here. We're looking good. So, I mean, I would assume that this is a character who probably would be in, like, slot 3. One thing to keep in mind with the synergy of this character potentially not being the best sometimes is going to relate to this guy. Now, people were very whiny about this guy. Like, oh my god, you can't run him in slot 1. Yes, you can. The domain is up, he's God. You get him in slot 1 easy. I think where we could run into an issue, which in any of the fights right now, it's not going to happen. It's going to be stuff that's going to come later on. Maybe one of these fights it could be, but like the issue I'm going to talk about is more something that I think is going to happen like after this celebration. Maybe during 10th anniversary, maybe during New Year's, something like that. But if the domain is not up, this guy does probably have to sit in slot 2 unless you're going up against a tech enemy, and then that's where these guys will clash because they have the same name, right? So none of these links would go up. Now, to be fair, you know, one of the biggest things I look for with links, of course, is defense. And it's not like Broly characters are rocking tons of links with defense or anything like that anyway. So it's not like you know, running like a turles character or something like that, and like we don't have big bad bosses, which it would kill the character. Like we saw a similar instance of this 2 years ago when STR Cooler, you know, one of the gods of the game, and then they gave us the sub EZA Tech Final Form Cooler, who was very, very good for a sub EZA. But you couldn't really run him with Cooler because Cooler would be sitting in slot 2, and then the sub EZA Cooler would be sitting in slot 3, and he'd have no links, including no big bad bosses, no Thirst for Conquest, stuff like that. So it's kind of an issue. So, you know, if we have the domain up, this guy's going to be in slot 1 probably anyway. Then this guy could potentially be in like slot 3. He'll be okay. All right, so there's that. Oh, change a random type of key sphere to rainbow if there's a planetary destruction or pure Saiyan category ally in the turn. That's big. That's big because the team did not have one of those. Oh, that potentially means Broly, Chi, and Lemo can become an option on movie bosses. That character sucks if you don't have a rainbow orb changer for them, right? But with a rainbow orb changer existing now, that is going to be quite a bit better for Broly, Chi, and Lemo. That's pretty good. Restriction is not tough either. A planetary destruction or a pure Saiyan's character, very easy peasy. Oh, wait, what? 1 key, 10% attack for superclass allies. 1 key, 20% attack and defense for extreme class allies. Per rainbow key sphere obtained. Okay. So, I mean, that could kill synergy with Broly, Chi, and Lemo a little bit. But, that, I mean, that's nice. Okay, so 1 key, 20% attack and defense for extreme class allies. The team you're going to run with this guy, or, I mean, EZA Tech Broly, or not EZA Tech Broly, but the Carnival Tech Broly, either or. Like either of these two setups that you're going to run, right? Like, these are one of the two that you're going to do. Wait, what? God damn it. Here, I want to click this. Yeah, okay. Either of these two setups that we're going to run right here, key is not really an issue for most of these characters, right? So what I'm pointing out is that, you know, this Broly will create rainbow orbs, and we can leave him the rainbow orbs. Like, it's not like a character that creates rainbow orbs and then the whole team is struggling for key or something like that, so we got to use them. This guy is going to be able to get those same rainbow orbs and be able to support. So that's going to be really, really good right there. Yeah, I mean, this guy right here, his first turn transforms, maybe sometimes he could struggle a little bit for key, just before he builds this up right here, and then before he pops his active skill and gets to this right there. But obviously, once the active skill goes up and once you do this, key is not really an issue for him. Bio Broly can struggle for key after his intro wears off, but, I mean, that's not really a big deal. Key is not an issue, so I think we will be able to get the rainbow orbs for him pretty easily. And then chance for him to crit 50% and a guaranteed additional super for every 2. For every 2 rainbow key spheres obtained. So he could quad super turn 1. So super, let's say we get 4 rainbow orbs, super, and then he could hit him potential system additional super as well. He could quad super turn 1, and you'd have, you know, 4 of the 5 supers you need to build him up instantly. He seems pretty good. He seems like he's going to be a good addition. I'm looking at him. This seems like just exactly what we would have wanted. What we have here is we have a character who is going to be a direct, extra option for both of these teams. I think they've done a pretty good job. They didn't really go super crazy with the Int Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. I'm talking about the EZATUR. He's not really super exceptional. He's more of like a sub option we could run if we're fighting one of these, like one of these guys right here, right? But yeah, this guy looks he's gonna be pretty good. I'm not sure how strong he is. I could definitely see. I feel like I'm not getting a good indication of how good exactly this guy is. I actually just did an EZATUR list. Could this guy be 1? Maybe. Probably not 1. Well, okay, but this would be up right away. I mean, he does get 150% defense when attacking, but this will be up right away. So, like, once he does the supers, the damage reduction is just start of turn. I think Goten and Trunks will definitely be better, but I think this Broly could be as high as 2. or maybe in the mix with like Tech Gohan and Kefla and stuff like that. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. He seems pretty good though. Because one thing that's really nice is he's adding something to the Broly team we didn't have, which is Rainbow Orb changing. And he's got a defensive mechanic. He does have to build up, but unlike Super EZA Goku Black and Super EZA Kid Buu, who have to get hit, all this guy has to do is super attack. Seems pretty good. Okay, cool. So we have the announcement that the Super EZA is coming. This is on Global. JP did not officially announce this in the news section, but obviously they did tweet him out. So, little odd right there. And then obviously both versions did put this in the news as well. New stages against the Family Kamehameha and the Goten and Trunks. They did not announce it in the news, but keep in mind that there is one other event that is going to be coming that I do just quickly want to highlight here. So the other event that is going to be coming is going to be this right here, Rampaging Power, Destructive Instinct, which will get wallpapers. My prediction for what this is going to be is this is going to, I think it's going to allow JP to get the global exclusive wallpapers and allow global to get the JP exclusive wallpapers. That'd be my guess, to kind of like get everything in line on each version. I think that would be a good thing for them to do, because there are wallpapers right now that are exclusive to either version. So I think just getting everything on both versions is the ideal way to handle it, with the sync now being a thing. So there's that. If you guys are curious what else we might see with the celebration, this pretty much should be it. So I do not expect sub EZAs or anything like that. Looks like they went the whole celebration with no sub EZAs. However, I do think we could still get one final, like, almost like EX character potential, like, EZA type thing. Now, perhaps this Super EZA, well, okay, because Goku Black was a little bit later. Last year, the celebration ended on the 5th, and this guy came out on the 3rd. This year, the celebration ends on the 3rd, so the 1st. We could very well see, I think, maybe like an LR EZA, potentially Super Gogeta and Janemba, or maybe just the Tech Super Gogeta. I thought that there's a chance we could maybe see Namek, Goku, and Full Power Frieza, kind of like, you know, Worldwide Download Celebration characters easing at, you know, EX part of Worldwide Download Celebration. I think so, because next week, by the way, I do expect we'll get another Dokkan Fest. Probably a Dokkan Fest on like the 3rd, or maybe the 4th. And then Daima, I think, is going to be the next week. Like, I think we're going to get, I mean, Globe players probably aren't going to want to hear it, but I think we're going to get a bunch of banners in quick succession here because of Daima existing. So I think what's probably going to happen is a Dokkan Fest on like the 3rd, and then I think we could very easily see a special banner on the 11th, because remember, that's the day Daima comes out. I think so. I do think so. So next week should be a final LR EZA for the Worldwide Download Celebration. You know, Tech Super Gogeta, or Namek, Goku, and Full Power Frieza, something like that. Or there could be nothing. I think this celebration is definitely way behind last year, because all the sub EZAs. And there was good characters, too, in some of these sub EZAs. Like now, obviously, they're not as good. But if you go back to when they came out, like, a lot of these characters were pretty good. Goasu and Zamasu, Int Mai, STR Trunks, AGL Trunks, and Mai. These were good characters last year. And we didn't get anything like that this year. So that definitely puts this Worldwide way behind that. And again, I don't think we're going to see like a Super EZA or anything like that show up. There probably would be just an EX part last thing for the celebration, but this is going to be the conclusion of part 3 right here. At least this Super EZA Broly does seem quite good. So let me know what you guys think of Super EZA Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.